What's up, people? So I just kind of wanted to clear some headspace. There's some things that I've been kind of dealing with, not personally, but just on a grand scale. Uh, and the issue is with accountability. And years ago, I realized like how important that was to progress and to making changes and to changing the trajectory of your life or your patterns. And while by no means do I claim to be a master on it, I've always realized the importance of making sure that you are accountable for yourself. And one thing that I notice is that we are so quick to hold everybody else accountable. We want to hold people to the fire about doing this and doing that, and we don't hold ourselves to that same standard. And it's really easy for us to let ourselves off the hook, and we typically do. We'll find a way to get out of and justify, this and that. But we won't give that same, or we won't provide that same leeway to other people. We expect them to be accountable. And working in education, I feel like I see so much of the blame being shifted. Well, it's the teacher's fault, it's the parents' fault, it's the educational system. And, it takes the pressure off of us putting the onus on ourselves and doing what's necessary to make, things happen for our kids and the kids that we service. And I had a moment today, and I said, I'm really tired of a lot of the meaningless, rigmarole that we go through in education. And the thing is, we got to start holding everybody accountable. It can't just be the school district. It has to be the community. It has to be the parents. The only way you're going to see change happening is when everybody understands that they play a vital part in the progress of the kids. And I really, today, I really felt that. I said, what am I doing? What are we doing here? We're not setting a lot of these kids, and I'm not talking about, there's great kids, but I feel like we're not doing them any good by not holding them accountable, and working in special ed especially. We like to give a lot of passes to the kids, but there is no passes when you get out. When you graduate, the consequences are the consequences. They don't care anything about what kind of plan you were on in school. They don't care about what the circumstances. Everybody has circumstances, and one thing that I've come to realize, like life, there's always going to be some bullshit. Always. You got to figure out how to maneuver through it. And then once you get to a point where you understand that the peaks and the valleys will come and they don't stop, that's when you become empowered and you say, you know what, this is it. I can't wait for the next moment. I can't wait for things to be perfect. Everything, there's always going to be something going on. And that has given me, I can only speak personally, a certain sense of power, like that I haven't experienced before. And I said I could wait until, conditions are perfect and I'll still be there, still not making progress. And I try to give the students that same understanding, or try to give them that same knowledge, like there's never going to be a perfect situation. Everybody brings their baggage to the table. You cannot rest on your laurels. Life will be gone before you know it. And I realize, like, I don't want to be a person who sits idly by while the years pass. And I have had moments where I've seen very little progress in myself, and those are the moments when I'm most disappointed in myself. And so I made a commitment to myself to, despite what's going on, to keep moving forward. I got goals. I've written them down. I've set them in stone. There's no way you're going to tell me. There's nothing that can happen that's going to get me off track. There's nothing outside of death or severe illness. And even then, I'm going to try to figure out a way to keep going. And I deal with all kinds of crap, financial burdens, dealing with being a single parent, feeling like, you can never give enough of yourself to the things that you involve yourself to, different causes, to education, to my son, to myself. And, I don't want to be a victim. I refuse to be a victim. There is no victim. The fact that we're still here, the fact that I'm able to wake up the next day or wake up each day is proof that I can't play the victim role because I have too much going for me. That there's nothing that I can't do without putting in the effort. And I really believe that. I really believe that. So the onus comes back on me. I have to be the one to make it happen. I can't expect anybody else to make it happen. I can't create the life, or I can't expect somebody else to create the life that I want to live. I have that vision. I have to go out and get it. And it doesn't matter if I've got $0 in the bank. It doesn't matter if I've got negative dollars in the bank, because I've been there. And I am so determined to make things happen. And I want my kids, I want the kids that I deal with, I instill this in my child. I said, if you feel like you want to quit, you probably need to get your clothes and go. And yeah, he's 8. But I want him to understand, like, there's nothing that you don't get anything. Nobody's giving you anything. You got to figure it out. You have to be accountable. And once you start to hold yourself accountable, you start to see some crazy stuff happen for yourself. And you realize, like, it is very possible. But once you get beyond all of the cloud and all of the, woe is me, then that's when you start to see some progress. That's when you start to realize, like, you got the power to make this crap happen. And, I did. I had my moment. I wanted to vent. I needed to vent. And I usually try to be very, very positive for the kids, and just kind of show them, like, this is temporary what's going on, because it is temporary, I don't know, I'm probably ranting, but I don't know. It's about 6:30. I'm about to go in here and get this workout in. I feel like I'm getting sick, but today is shoulders and abs. And like I said, the show don't stop. You got to keep moving. But again, I digress. I'm gonna step off my soapbox. I'm gonna go in tomorrow and put 110% on the line, and give it all I got. And hopefully the kids, hopefully I can touch some of the individuals that I deal with. I do realize that there are circumstances that they can't see beyond at the moment, but I'm hoping that they realize that it's temporary. I've been there when I thought like this was the worst thing that could ever happen, and I got out of it. And I realized, we have moments like that all the time. It just depends on what state of mind we're in to be able to handle it. And I realize that we can also control that. Nobody is a victim. Don't play that role. Don't give your power away. All right, people. Let me go in here and kill this workout. But that's it. Just had to clear my head. All righty. Take care. Peace.